In this video, we'll learn how to create and edit text with the text inspector. So as a first thing, let's create a text, and that is below the insert button. And in this case, I'm just gonna make it smaller, and let's use this color. So as you can see, now that we created some text, we can access all of its properties on the right under the text inspector. Now at the very top, you can change the font over here. You can also search for a specific typeface, and this will allow you for a very easy change. And over here, if for example we use Helvetica, and let's select this version over here, we can also change the weight and the style over here. So if we want a lighter version, we can select light. If we want a bolder version, we can select bold, or anything in between really. Now on this option, we can change the size. So we can actually just select it, and if you use the up and down arrow keys, we can update the points in increments, the pixel values. And if you actually click on shift and use the up and down arrow keys, you can see that you can make faster changes because it will update in increments of 10, and this can be very useful at times. And right below, you can see the color picker, and over here you can change the color of the text and browse through the hues, or even use the eyedrop to pick a color from the screen. Now over here you can change the character, and if for example we use a bigger value, you can see that the space between one character and the other is going to adjust accordingly, and it will be larger. And on the line option, you can actually modify the line height, so this can be very useful, especially if you're doing a lot of typographic styles. And the paragraph will basically, like, you won't be able to see it in this example, but what it will allow you to do is to change the values and the size of the paragraphs. And this option, it's something that they recently introduced, and it's very useful, especially when dealing with larger projects and projects that have a lot of text. And basically this option over here, you can choose between this only line and the auto option, and the fixed option over here. So let's say for example that we want to try both of these, and if you actually select the auto option, you can see that the box will enlarge as just as much as I type. However, with the fixed option, you're gonna basically create a shape in which the text is going to contain itself. While in this option over here, if you select the auto, it will be a more flexible option. Now on the bottom, you can see that we have the different types of alignments. So you can left justify, center it, or right justify it, and you can even align it horizontally over here. So this is pretty much it for this lesson. Some other things that are interesting are the transform options, which allow you to make the text all uppercase or lowercase, or even adding some underlines and strike-throughs, which can be quite useful at times. And you can also set the vertical alignment on a fixed text layer, or on below if you select the fixed option. And yeah, these are pretty much it, the most basic and useful options which you're gonna use most of the time. So what I encourage you to do at this point is to actually stop the video and jump into Sketch and just try these things out for yourself, because it's going to be easier to really try and experiment, and you're gonna notice how these options works, and as time goes by, these things will definitely become second nature for you. So this is it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.